In December last year, Marques Brownlee released a video titled The Best Smartphone Camera 2022, and the result surprised the whole tech scene. So many expensive flagship smartphones like iPhone 14 Pro, Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, Oppo Find X5 Pro, but the winner was a cheap Google Pixel 6a. I haven't been able to get this video out of my head for almost 6 months. It's like Inception, a thought that got into my head and doesn't want to get out. I had many sleepless nights. Although I use an iPhone 14 Pro and I am absolutely satisfied with it, I really wanted to use and test this smartphone. I tried to ignore this thought for a long time until I saw the used Pixel 6a for €250. In the end, I finally bought it, and I'll tell you what I think of this device and whether it should still be used in 2023. The device currently costs around €330 in Europe and around $300 in the USA. The refurbished devices are particularly interesting. Depending on their condition, you can get them for around €200 and €250 or dollars. I think for the price it's going to be hard to find equal competition, especially when compared to the camera and considering Marques Brownlee's blind test. The Samsung Galaxy A53, the Xiaomi Poco X5 or the Nothing phone, which is now also available cheaper, would probably be mentioned. The Google Pixel 6a has some inferior features and some better features compared to these smartphones, and we will now go into those. Before I say anything about the strength of this device, I would first like to criticize and talk about the obvious weakness. One of my biggest criticisms is that there is no face unlock. I just don't understand it. I am holding two devices here, one lacks face unlock, the other lacks a fingerprint sensor. I honestly don't know which is more worse. The lack of an unlock option in a $1,000 device or the lack of an unlock option in a $300 device. In any case, in my opinion, a face unlock should already be available in a smartphone in the year 2023. Especially if you use a tempered glass, a fingerprint sensor in the display is not as helpful as a face unlock. Another major point of criticism, in my opinion, is the 60Hz display. The competition can now do this better in this price range. Sure, there are people for whom this point is not that important, but 90 or 120 Hz is clearly an upgrade, and if the competitors can do it at that price range, then this point can definitely be addressed. Having addressed some negative points, let's move on to some good points. First of all, I would like to praise the design. The Pixel 6a is one of the most beautiful smartphones in my eyes. It's a comfortable size, and while the iPhone 14 Pro has a 6.1-inch display and is a similar size, the rounded edges and the corners make the Pixel 6a feel so much more comfortable in the hand. Raising the cameras in form of a black line also looks very good. Unfortunately, only the back gets a lot of fingerprints over time. The camera hold is very nice and unobtrusive, and compared to the notch or dynamic island of the iPhone, is absolutely not disturbing. Even if it's not 120 Hz, the display is a very good OLED display with a resolution of 1080 to 2400 pixels, 20:9 aspect ratio and 429 ppi, Corning Gorilla Glass 3 and always-on functionality. The biggest strength next to the camera is obviously the software, stock Android. With 128GB memory and 6GB of RAM and the in-house Tensor processor, the device runs very quickly, and navigating in the menus as well as all other tasks run absolutely smoothly and without problems. If the display would still have 120 Hz, it would be a dream. At the release, many reported performance problems and stutters. If that was the case, then these were fixed with software updates, because I can't confirm this. Everything runs clean and smooth, and I can tell a big difference in everyday life, even to flagship devices. As far as the camera is concerned, I don't want to go into too much detail, because I would actually only repeat what numerous other YouTubers have also said. I can only confirm what has already been said. The camera is fantastic for the price and is absolutely fun to use. Google is good at that. I would also like to do a blind test and have an iPhone 14 Pro ready for this. That was only 7th on Marques Brownlee's test, while the Pixel 6a was first. And here are the pictures. At the end of the video I will resolve which picture belongs to which smartphone. Sure, you shouldn't expect miracles from such a cheap smartphone, but I find the results are impressive. In terms of videos or night shots, I find the iPhone much better, but otherwise the Pixel 6a is on a pretty high level. What can I say in conclusion? Can you still recommend the Pixel 6a in 2023? That's really hard to say. There are some notable weaknesses like the lack of face unlock and unfortunately only 60Hz display. These are points that cannot be overlooked and that the contenders can also do better in this price range. On the other hand, you have an incredibly good camera quality and stock Android and a great performance. I would say that if you buy this device in a price range of 250 to 300 euros or dollars, you won't go wrong. It could also be worth waiting for a Pixel 7a or the next Nothing phone or other competitors this year. What do you think? Do you own the Pixel 6a or another Pixel device? What are your experiences? And most importantly, did you correctly guess all the photos in the blind test? Which camera do you think was better? Write in the comments, leave a like and subscribe. Until the next video, have a good time.